going on, guys? Currently a Friday morning. I've just had 2 bits of whole grain toast with peanut butter as I didn't realise we didn't have any bananas or peaches or any fruit to have my cereal with, so I was pretty devastated about that this morning. But I need to substitute that with some carbs because this morning I'm about to head in for my last foundational strength session, hopefully, and that'll conclude phase 1 of my strength phase. Before we head to the gym, just want to say we won our last FFA Cup round against Marlon Coast. We beat them 2-0 and we just outplayed them. Yes, that means we go ahead and we play the NPL side, or second division side in Australia, Cairns FC, in round 5 of the FFA Cup. And if we win that, who knows what happens. I think we travel to Townsville to play the NPL side there. Yeah, I don't want to look too far ahead. The focus is obviously preparing for this week's game, the start of the season, and then we can put our focus onto Cairns FC. We've still got a long way to go as a team before we can match it with Cairns FC, so it'll be interesting to see how our training performance goes over the next week or 2. As for my training logs and training volume, over the last 2 days I've had 2 recovery days because we've had 2 games in the space of about 4 or 5 days, so my body's feeling really taxed. We had the game on Tuesday, then Wednesday I went in and did a hydro recovery session. I also had an ice bath as well. I did no ball work whatsoever because my muscles were just absolutely stuffed, so I did probably about 1 hour's worth of recovery that day. I really just want to focus on my rest time and nutrition as well. It was a very similar sort of setup on Thursday as well. I had a second recovery day, but yesterday was an active recovery day as opposed to just complete rest on the Wednesday. So yesterday I also had a hydro recovery session just to loosen the muscles up. I was also focusing on my nutrition as well, and obviously in the afternoon or an evening we had a team recovery training session. That was just to make sure, you know, our muscles were loosened up. We got a bit of running in. So we just did 5 or 6 aside for the hour possession based sort of game, and that was it. And that's all you really need for a recovery session. I was really happy with that. I mean, this morning I'm feeling good. I'm ready to go for my last foundational strength session. So today I'm treating it as an intense day. I usually do 2 foundational strength sessions. However, obviously with the 2 games this week, my body just hasn't been able to adapt quick enough. So I decided I'm gonna mesh them together. So I'm gonna do 1 big foundational strength session today. So I'm gonna do my upper body and lower body today. So yeah, it's gonna be tough, but we'll see how it goes. I'll see you guys at the gym.
There's no more time to hide, because I feel again, I feel again, oh now I feel again, we're bringing this back to life. Back got so intense.
Where they broke in, the police station, so they...
Yeah. Alright guys, so currently 11 AM and that was a decent 2-hour session. It's a bit longer than I'd like it to be, I think. I usually like to get in no longer than an hour and a half in the gym, but like I said earlier, just because I wanted to incorporate both elements of my upper body and lower body today, just to fit my schedule, my calendar, you know, it had to be done. So I mean, after workout I feel great, I feel sore, but great. And obviously the focus shifts straight away to my recovery process, and it's really important that I get those carbohydrates and protein into my body, into my muscles nice and early. And that's why I've just had my berry protein shake like I usually have. Again, just because it's a liquid source, it'll go towards your muscles quicker. It kind of skips out that digestion part. You know, if you eat solid food, that might take an hour, 2 hours for it to digest and then get to your muscles, where your muscles need it in that first hour window in order to be considered efficient recovery. And therefore, you know, the milk or the liquid based protein powder and smoothie, it really gets my muscles nice and early in that 1 hour window. Also, I've added in my biomagnesium tablets just to aid with the relief of muscular pains and, you know, aches that I might encounter over the next few hours. But yeah, so I'm just going to wait another hour before my next meal of the day, which will most likely be the eggs on toast with vegetables. And again, that's just to reinforce that protein synthesis and carbohydrate intake. As far as my technical session is concerned, I usually go out and do my light dribbling session or light technical session straight after my gym session. However, because I did a double day and I spent 2 hours at the gym, my body's just taxed at the moment, so it does need time to recover. This is why I'm really focusing on my recovery process now. I'm going to give it 6 hours, so that's about, yeah, so around 4 PM I'm going to go down to the field or head down to the park and do a technical isolation session. So again, that's just isolating and working on technique specifically without that conditioning aspect. You know, that comes later on in phase 2 and 3 of my training program, but I just really want to focus on my touch, technique, my passing, my dribbling, really just fine-tuning that quality technique. Anyways, for now, this is the quiet part of the day in terms of my footballing progress. I usually go and work on my 2 businesses, do a bit of marketing, branding, etc. Anyways, I think I'll see you guys for my technical session at 4 PM this Savo. Alright, see you then.
Open eye, feel the waves cut through me, hypnotized by the sounds I'm breathing in. Hold tight, chemicals collide. Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. Dripping lights paint the skies, all because of you. Dripping lights paint the skies, only you can make me move. You can make me move. Can make me move. You can make me move. Can make me.
Alright, so currently 9 PM and I will just say my GoPro ran out of battery and also did some passing sequences on the ball as well. So in total it's had a quick hour session. It was kind of intense. I didn't want it to be too intense as it would have been too taxing for my legs, especially my hamstrings. I don't want them too tight before my game on Sunday evening. I mean, I think the session was fine. Again, isolating that technique initially in the first phase of my program will really help and really build that foundation of that technique when I do eventually stress it in my conditioning phases. As for my last meal of the day, I forgot to film it actually, but I just had a chicken and cheese toasty, just get some carbs and proteins into me. I think I hit my protein intake for today, and obviously that was a big focus considering the high volume training day, and now that I'm in my recovery phase for it, I want to be ready to train again tomorrow, so hopefully that protein intake will assist with that. Anyways, I think that's the end of this vlog, guys, and tomorrow I'll be doing my vlog on my Instagram story, so please head to Nathan_Paull. I'll leave that down below. I'll leave the link down below to my Instagram. If you're new to this space, please hit that subscribe button. Join the 10,000 hours project. If you enjoyed the video, hit that thumbs up, guys. It only takes a few seconds out of your day to do so. Also, very important, I noticed there's been a big drop in comments or training logs for the 10,000 hours project. Make sure you stick it with it, guys. Alright, I'll see you in the next video. Catch you later.